everybody, thanks for joining me today. My name is Jen, and today we're talking all about using different aids to help with increasing your range of motion, flexibility, or your stretching. So you can see I have a bunch of toys here beside me, and essentially I'm going to divide them into two categories. So this is going to be more of a part one, and we'll do a part two series to come. So dividing them into two categories, we're going to kind of separate them into things like bands and straps, and then the second category will be things like rollers and massage balls or massage sticks. For this part one series, we're going to focus on bands and straps. So at home, you may not have everything that you would normally have access to at a gym. So if you don't have a sturdy resistance band that you can apply a lot of pressure to, or tubing, that would work as well. I tend to stay away from the thinner Dynaband type bands unless you have a really kind of thick and sturdy one, just because they don't hold as much tension and there's a little bit too much stretch in them. Also, if you have a strap like that holds your yoga mat together, that could be really useful. The belt from your house coat or robe, or even like a dog leash can be used as well. So we're going to talk today about how bands or straps can be used in your stretching routine. So really the benefit of using them is they may allow you to get into positions that you normally wouldn't be able to get to or relax effectively in without kind of tensing too much into other body parts. It also allows you to do a type of stretch called PNF stretching, or proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation, big fancy word, and it allows you to add a little bit of extra tension into different positions as well. So I'm just going to show you a few different examples. A lot of them are lower body, and then we'll finish with a couple stretches with our roller, and then we'll do foam rolling another day, take you through how to properly foam roll and some examples of different positions to do with that. So to get started, just have an area, a soft place, a mat or a carpet that you can lay down and move around. We're going to start on our back, and we're going to start with a hamstring. So just taking your strap or your band and wrapping it around your foot. We'll start with one leg. So putting that leg up, that foot flat, the leg is straight, but the knee is still a little bit soft. And you're just going to essentially pull that strap or band, pulling your leg into you. And notice that I'm allowed to keep my shoulders and my neck relaxed. Normally, if I'm trying to add a little bit more stretch or tension, I'm pulling and getting a little bit tight through the shoulders. So this allows me to stay nice and relaxed, control the tension that I want to apply, and hold. Now we recommend holding static stretches for about 20 to 30 seconds. We're not going to hold it for the full length today. I want to walk you through how to do something called a PNF stretch. So this is going to allow us to gain a little bit more range of motion in that muscle group. So in this case, our hamstrings. So we tend to do this type of stretching if we have a partner. So I would have a partner applying pressure against that I would be pushing into. But since I'm all alone here, I'm going to use my strap. I'm going to hold that strap, and I'm going to tense or flex my hamstrings, trying to push my leg away from me, okay, for 15 to 20 seconds. Push, push, push. Really activate that muscle, keeping everything else as relaxed as possible, holding that strap. Now when that 20 seconds is up, I want you to relax that muscle and pull that stretch a little bit further. You'll notice you have a couple more degrees of motion. You're going to repeat that again once you've held it for about 15 to 20 seconds. And try that again, okay? Hold your band and push. Don't let it move. Push, 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 using those hamstrings. There you go. Let's do another 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. And then you'll notice again you have a little bit more range of motion. So you can repeat that another 2 times or so, doing it on both sides. You'll notice you could also do this stretch double-footed. Again, this tends to be a difficult stretch to do without getting too much tension, but your band can be quite handy in this scenario. Okay. So another stretch you could take it to, again, keeping that band around one of your feet. Taking it to an inner thigh stretch. So letting that band support your leg and control it, opening it up wide. This leg stays flat on the floor, or you can let it lean to the opposite side as well. The band allows you to control that leg but also support it at the same time, relaxing in through that inner thigh. Make sure you're breathing through your stretches, nice and relaxed through the upper body. And again, you would hold that for 20 to 30 seconds, repeating it on the other side as well. Now you can take that foot across your body for an outer thigh stretch. I like to drop my other arm for balance and then use the band to pull across. Again, holding for 20 to 30 seconds. If you have time, I would repeat the stretch more than once. Now you can also use your band if you have struggle with the glute stretch. So the one, where you cross your ankle over your knee, and then we tend to tell you to reach through and pull in. Again, you make it quite tense through your neck or your shoulders. So you can wrap that band around your bottom leg, and pulling it through your legs and letting your shoulders relax more. So now I can control the tension by pulling my foot, my support leg in closer, and that allowing myself to open up the knee. Good. Again, hold that for 20 to 30 seconds. Awesome. All right, we're gonna come on up to our mat. I'm gonna show you 2 more stretches with the band. Again, focusing on our lower body, we can go to the quads and hip flexors now. So you can take your strap or your band around your foot, keeping your posture nice and tall, engaging your core. You're gonna take the ends of your strap around, up and over your shoulder, okay? Take that knee slightly behind your support leg, flexing that foot so that your band doesn't slide up off over your toes, and then pull, trying not to let it alter your shoulder position. Pulling up, feeling a stretch through the front of that quad, pushing this hip forward, feel a stretch in through the hip flexor as well. Breathe. Awesome. And the last one with the band that I'm going to show you today is just for your triceps. So holding it exactly how you were, let the straps dangle behind you, grab it with your opposite hand, pulling down, keeping your arm nice and close to your ears, stretching out the front of that tricep. Engage your core again so you don't overarch your back. Awesome. Okay, so you'd hold that for 20 to 30 seconds as well. And then lastly, I'm going to show you 2 quick stretches that you can use your foam roller for. Okay, so one of them is just going to be for into the lats and the shoulders. So starting with your foam roller out in front of you, you're going to sit down onto your heels, hands out onto the foam roller, shoulder width apart, and you're going to roll forward into a child's pose. Now you should end up with the roller around your wrist level, thumbs pointing up, and from here you're going to continue to roll into more of a modified puppy pose. So now the roller is around your elbow level, dropping in between those shoulders. And rolling back towards your child's pose. Coming up to starting position, reset if you need to, and roll back down towards your wrists into modified child's pose. Pause as long as you need. Roll into a modified puppy. Bum back to the heels. And up. Repeat that as many times as you'd like. One last one I want to show you before we part ways today is just a nice way to stretch out the chest. Now, because I have a shorter roller that I'm using, I'm just going to put something up to support my head so that I'm not stressing too much. So lining myself up to get onto my roller, I'm going to kind of go on my side and then roll over so that it's right down the middle of my spine. And then relax my head onto the blocks. So slowly let your body open, let your chest open and relax and kind of melt onto the foam roller. Now you can take your hands by your ears, let those elbows widen. You can take your hands down by your sides, let the shoulders open. Or you can take your hands out by your side, whatever level you're at, and just simply hold that position. Stay there as long as you'd like. I'm going to go back to that position once we're done. It feels so good. Thanks for joining me today. Tune in again for us to do a section 2 on everything related to rolling with foam rollers and massage balls. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, take care.